Hey guys, this is Brian Bennett for CNET.com, and right now we are taking a first look at the brand new Motorola Moto X smartphone. We're at Motorola's launch event in New York City. So this device has been long awaited. It's born out of a partnership with Motorola and Google, who owns the company. We have a very distinctive design. You can tell it's got a 4.7-inch AMOLED screen that's 720 resolution. What's really nice though is that it's very thin. The shape of the back is actually a very kind of a rounded scallop shape that has little tapered edges here on the side, on each side here, that'll hopefully fit in your hand a little bit easier. The back of the phone uses a soft touch surface here, and the whole device actually is nano-coated for some water resistance. Now on back you can see there's a 10 megapixel camera. It uses the clear pixel technology, which is in the Droid phones that just were announced on Verizon. And what's interesting, you can tell it's got a little like dimple here where you put your finger when you hold it. It's kind of cool on the Motorola logo. We've got a SIM card slot where you can put in your SIM card. It's going to be available on 5 carriers in the US. Among those will be Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint. The phone itself is going to cost $199.99. And the other key features of the phone here we can see is you've got the typical stuff like the volume, very small volume control, a power key, and front-facing camera on top, headphone jack over here. This phone is running Android 4.22 Jelly Bean. It's not 4.3. Some of the features that make the Moto X very interesting is that it uses the X8 processor. Potentially it has what Motorola says is 8 cores, but it really is based on the dual-core 1.7 gigahertz Qualcomm S4 Pro processor that processes information for applications. And then it also has a quad-core Adreno graphics processor. And then underneath that it's got 2 processors, one for contextual computing and one that controls voice recognition, that kind of stuff. So as part of this whole Motorola touchless interface where you will just address the phone and say, okay Google Now, please do this, please do this search. It'll tie into Google Now's service, which analyzes your voice and basically does lots of searches and things really quickly without you having to touch the screen. Other features include the ability to customize the phone. Basically, you will be able to customize the phone in thousands of different ways, and it's all going to be handled out of a factory in Fort Worth, Texas. And basically, that'll enable you, the customer, to order your phone and receive it within 4 days. That's pretty cool. Another interesting feature on the Moto X is this ability called quick capture that enables you to take photos within 2 seconds. So basically, if you have the phone and it's sitting down, you can just pick the phone up like this and then twist it 2 times, and that immediately fires up the camera, and you can quickly fire off a shot, boom, like that, just by touching the screen. To reach the other kind of basic settings and scene modes, you just kind of swipe the screen on the left side, and you've got a rotating little control here where you can access, panorama mode, location settings. Additionally, on the Moto X is a feature called the active display. So you have the phone in your pocket, or it's sitting like this on the table. It uses the ambient sensor to immediately fire up a notification area on the lock screen. So here we go, we have the notifications here. We can see who is texting us or sending a message. We can also just push up and jump straight to that message, so we can do exactly what we need without having to waste time messing around with the menus, firing up the screen for a long time, and hopefully that also will save your battery. So there you have it, folks. I'm Brian Bennett for CNET.com, and we just took a first look at the Motorola Moto X. Check back soon for a full review.